We are
Hello,
live.
Ash.
Hello. How are you? We're back.
I know. Round two, hey?
Episode 2 of this new structure, which I really love doing these. These are really, really fun. Also, by the way, like I said, I just realized I'm still in my Arctic coat. Just fine.
Well, when you're spending every morning in a river, then I can understand why you'd need it.
Yeah, I just realized I've got it on here in the middle of the camera. So today's episode of the Yorkshire Property Podcast, we want to be talking about the remortgaging before your fixed rate expires. Which is proper on the like it's everywhere right now, isn't it? I'm seeing this everywhere.
Yes. So when you come to the end of your fixed rate, if you haven't got anything else in place, you go on to the standard variable rate of the lender you're currently with. And those rates can be higher than the fixed rate that you're on. Yeah. So unfortunately, people are noticing that their monthly repayments have increased dramatically, and then come to a mortgage broker and say, help, what do I do? What do I do? But it may take a couple of months to arrange a new mortgage for you. So you're going to have a couple of months on a higher rate.
So I've heard this because I saw this on my, as you know, like I work with lots of brokers. I've been seeing this on my feed a lot, different brokers all over the country. And I saw someone was saying about that you can get it sorted potentially up to 6 months before their rate expires. What's your kind of take on that?
Yes, you can do. I mean, lenders will offer, your current lender will potentially offer you a rate to stay with them. But that might not be till sort of 3 months before your fixed rate's due to expire. The idea is that we look at it as soon as we possibly can to make sure that we have a new rate ready to start for you a day or a couple of days after your fixed rate ends, so you don't have to go on to that potential higher rate.
And are you seeing more and more people trying to get this stuff sorted because of the base rate change?
Yes, people are more conscious, I think, of the rate that they will end up on. And I think people are concerned because they are reading the news, seeing that there have been some rises in the base rate, and therefore they're more conscious about getting their mortgage sorted as soon as possible. But clients of ours are contacted 4 months before their rate's due to expire. So the idea is that they always have something ready for them in place for when that current rate expires.
I like that because I think it's a good idea to have the options. I know with obviously me being used to being a broker, I still get messages from old clients. And I right now with the rate changes and everything that's going on, I've got a couple of text messages, people going, Ash, I need to get my mortgage sorted. It runs out on Friday, and I'm having a lot of those. Are you seeing a lot of that happening in the market in your side? Because I'm like just sending a message back saying, sorry, can't help you. And two, because they are normally friends at this point, you should have got that sorted a long time ago, is what I think.
Yeah, I think if you're fixing your interest rate for a period of time, it could be 5 years. Not very many people remember the exact date that their mortgage product expires. So they need a little bit of help. They need someone to remember this for them because life's busy. We all know what it's like. You get involved with your job, your children, and your paperwork at home is getting higher and higher. And somewhere in that paperwork, there may be a letter saying your fixed rate's due to expire, but you haven't got around to it yet. So we always like to give people just a little poke just 4 months before to say, hello, we need to have a look at this now, because people don't have time. People don't have time to deal with these things.
It's a very important point there to raise, and only from my own experience as someone who, on my own rate, my own personal mortgage, it's very interesting with this is that I noticed I have a 5-year fixed rate, and this is something that I'd love to hear your take, because for customers and potential people that's happened, I have a 5-year fixed rate. I wasn't aware when it ended, and actually it didn't end when I thought it would end because of the product end date. That was really strange. So I think I was like, oh, it's fine because I remortgaged in September. It's a 5-year fixed rate. no, I remortgaged in, I think it was October, maybe even November. And I was like, it's 5-year fixed rate, it's fine. And then they sent me a statement and I've still got 2 years left, so it's fine. But I looked and it was like ends in the first month of August. And I was like, oh, well, I wouldn't have even looked at that until September. So that's something that, like, do you see that happen often? That people don't realize that it's not actually 5 years or 2. It's actually also sometimes dictated by lenders' products as well.
Yeah, absolutely. People think that it's 5 years from the day that they completed. So if they completed on the 14th of August, they think, oh, 14th of August, 5 years later, is my product expiry date. But that's not always the case. The products aren't always dictated by the date you completed on your mortgage. They're products that are probably available for, the whole public at a certain period of time. So they have fixed expiry dates. So anyone applying for a mortgage on that day would be offered, the same expiry dates for the lenders. So it doesn't necessarily mean you completed on this date. That's when your expiry date is. It's a batch of products basically that the lenders are offering people with the same expiry date, and then they'll refresh them and there'll be a new expiry date.
So to wrap this episode up, one thing I wanted to ask, and I wanted to ask earlier, but then we've kind of gone down this rabbit hole, which is good because I think it's all information around these remortgaging and rates and fixes and things. So one thing I wanted to ask is, what would be your words to people who are potentially feeling a little bit stressed right now? Should they, because I think the media, from what I have felt and experienced myself, is very much scaremongering in this. There's a lot of, panic. For the people in the Yorkshire area, looking at their properties, mortgages, remortgages, purchases, as someone who's in there, what would be your kind of blanketed kind of take on what's going on for this, in that scenario? Should they be panicking? Should they just chill out?
No, I don't think people should be panicking. I think people need to make the call. They need to contact a mortgage broker and, have that initial call with them. Dig out your mortgage offer. If you think, oh, my mortgage is due to expire at some point, I'm not quite sure when. Just give us a call. Just give us a call. Find out the date. If it's in the next 6 months, give us a call and we'll have a look. We'll have a look through the offer for you, have a look to see what we can do, have a look at other rates, and guide you through the whole process. I think people just need to be prepared. I think this is going to be the theme for a lot of these videos, really. Yeah. Just be prepared and let us help you prepare as well. That's all. Make the call and then leave it up to us to guide you.
Love it. Any parting words before I end the show?
No, I think that's pretty much covered everything, actually.
Me too.